Should stray dogs be rounded up? Should they be relocated from the national capital? A highly charged, a highly emotive issue once again before the doors of the Supreme Court. How did it come here once again? Well, just for some context, on August 11th is when the Supreme Court had passed sweeping directions that all dogs in Delhi, in Gurugram, in Ghaziabad, Noida, Faridabad, they need to be rounded up and they need to be relocated. They need to be shipped off to animal shelters. This was an August 11th direction. However, as was pointed out by various lawyers, this is directly in conflict with a 2022 ruling as well by the Supreme Court itself, which had said completely to the contrary, which had argued, which had submitted, which had directed that there shall be no culling of dogs, there shall be no relocation of dogs, and that these two judgments are in clear conflict was something that was pointed out. This was raised before the CJI yesterday, and then today we find that a fresh bench was constituted, a 3-judge bench hearing the matter. The arguments were opened by the Solicitor General who was appearing for Delhi. He said that there is a very small minority that is advocating for animal rights and that is coming at the expense of a much larger silent majority, referring to people who want the dogs to be relocated. But that's not all. Solicitor General went on to argue, say that there are gruesome videos of attacks that have been committed by stray dogs on little children, that it is the issue which is affecting safety issue, affecting children, adults, old age people, and that this is something that needs to be addressed urgently, that the rules by themselves are not enough, that there is an urgent need felt for Supreme Court intervention, that the order, August 11th order for rounding up the stray dogs should be implemented. However, this was opposed fiercely by various senior advocates who appeared on behalf of various NGOs who were advocating against the Supreme Court directions for rounding up stray dogs. Number of senior advocates, the likes of Kapil Sibal, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, all of them essentially arguing the point that this is an issue which cannot be implemented, that the Supreme Court directions cannot be implemented, going on to say that the Supreme Court has directed for shipping off, wholesale shipping off of dogs to dog shelters, while pointing out that there are no dog shelters, there are no such facilities here. Further, going on to say that this is an issue where the municipal authorities need to shoulder the burden, that they've been tasked as per law to go ahead with sterilization, with immunization, and the reason that we have such a large dog population is because they have not done their jobs. There are questions that need to be asked of them. Also, raising the question on humanity grounds, what will be the fate of these stray dogs if they are simply rounded up without any animal shelters? This, various senior advocates submitted, will lead to a case of killing of these animals. They'll be grossly ill-treated. There is no room, there is no protocol for management of such a large population of stray dogs in captivity. There is no framework in place. This will eventually lead to ill-treatment of stray dogs, treatment in a way that could also lead to death. This is barbaric and this is pestilence. This is some of the language that was used before the Supreme Court. In fact, Abhishek Manu Singhvi also pointed out that while there is an air that is created in the Supreme Court that there is a rabies outbreak, to suggest that there is a rabies outbreak, Abhishek Manu Singhvi cited government data that was published before the Parliament, which very clearly said that Delhi has not witnessed even a single rabies death in 2024, and that is as per government data. So there were elaborate arguments on both sides. For now, the Supreme Court saying that it has reserved its judgment and that it will decide on the issue of whether or not to implement the order, the August 11th order on relocation of stray dogs. So the fate of stray dogs now in the hands of the Supreme Court having reserved its judgment.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC-TV18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.